We're talking about the $1 trillion flow tonight, and this is the $1 trillion flow on Block Talk Radio. And I'm talking tonight about all the money being spent and the money being spent for Air Force One and for the president that taking trips down to Miami to Florida, and I forgot how many millions of dollars that he is spending, that the taxpayers' money that the president's spending, and he just got in office. But I want to talk about the $1 trillion flow and the money that we need to deal with in Chicago. In Chicago, the president said there's two Chicagos. There's a Chicago doing good, and there's another Chicago is like a war zone. Now, little babies being killed here in Chicago. If you want to do something, you need to send some money and resources and the National Guard to stop the killings and save the babies. And we're talking about money. It's about money in Chicago. We're talking about the money being stolen, the money, the politicians getting money, the mayor getting money, and the money's not trickling down. Everybody making money in Chicago, but the people that need to make it. We're talking about jobs, resources, training programs, and programs to rehabilitate young men that when they get out of penitentiary, and those that are coming home to no job, to violence, robbing, mugging, and the drugs. It's not a gang problem in Chicago. We got a problem of drugs. And most of the shooting got to do with drugs and drug war and drug turf. And the police department haven't brought it out. The mayor hadn't brought it out. And that's the thing that we are dealing with on this Friday the 17th, 2017. So we're dealing with a high profile case all the way from the City Hall to the White House that the governor and the mayor and also the president must get on the same page in order to do something about the crime. All you melanated brothers need to stop killing each other. And I'm talking to all the families all over the world, talking about people of color. This is Black History Month, and we need to begin to bring things together. Anytime women are scared to go out at night because of killings and muggings and robbing, it's time for somebody to take charge. Trump talks about it every time he get on TV. He talks about Chicago. Don't talk about it. Be about it. And what I mean by that, send some money, and don't send it to the city hall. Send it to the community organizations. Send it to the block clubs, where we can create some jobs for our youth, and we can stop the curve of drugs and the curb the shootings, because that's one of the things that's happening, the shooting and all that going on. Now, one of the things I want to talk about tonight, coming together as black people, stop the killing, save the babies, and 3 babies been killed, maybe 4 here in Chicago in a week's time. Nobody have said it was drug related, but it's about a drug war. West side, north side, east side, all over this city. It's not no 3 Chicagos. There's an invisible Chicago where the blacks are not being seen, not being took care of. The mayor is concerned about what's happening in the loop, and that's it. But we're talking about all over the city of Chicago that we need a breakthrough, and we need to come together. Our ministers, our community leaders, uh, the pastors of these churches, the mega churches, those that are taking political money under the table, those that the kids have nowhere to play basketball, football, they have nothing to do. And when they get out of school, crime take place. So I'm saying that the $1 trillion flow is talking about money. We're talking about money that the government can give, set up programs and business. If you are a black person, you should be thinking about going into your own business. You should be thinking about how you're going to open up your business, how your business is going to flow where you can help other people. Right behind me is the Ark of the Covenant. That's the red with two angels. And there's the angel uh, Metatron and Gabriel. And I've been talking about the angels that we're talking about, the black angels, this being Black History Month. We're talking about economics. Business must come back to Chicago, Detroit. Business must come back to Mississippi, Arkansas. What I'm talking about, it's time for melanated people to run their own business. And we had a bank in Chicago go bankrupt because black wouldn't support Seaway Bank. And it had to change hands, and people from Texas picked the bank up. Now the bank is being controlled out of Texas. Now, what I'm saying tonight, the same thing happening in Chicago is happening in Detroit, Ohio, in Minnesota, down in Indiana. Is that our buying power, the money we spend is $67 trillion. With that kind of money, we could have an economic base in order to start our business. If it's a beauty shop, if it's a hair care place, if it's a restaurant, a business that you feel that you can make it in. So tonight we're talking about the $1 trillion flow. We're talking about get the money, do what you need to do with it, and open up some doors. And I want to have you to read Psalms 118, that God will supply your need and will give you what you need. So tonight, as we go into our Blog Talk Radio show from 11 to 12, we're talking about where's the money, who got the money, and what kind of resources we need to get it. We got some of these big insurance companies, these big corporations need to come back into the neighborhood and set up business. I'm not talking about McDonald's, Burger King, not no fast food. But sit down, and the car companies right now in Chicago, the biggest thing going is the auto shows, the biggest in the world here in Chicago. We need jobs. We need the car companies that are making trillions of dollars all over the world to bring some of that money back into the melanated community. And we need to take our money and do something positive. And that means set up a business where your children might be able to help them in school and college. And the college tuition have gone up now under this present administration. So he said there's a loss of jobs, but we don't see the jobs yet. So we need the jobs, and we do it. Doors open up for jobs. Right now, we're talking about jobs here in Detroit, here in Chicago, here in Indianapolis, Indiana, here in St. Paul, Minnesota, right down in Jackson, Mississippi, right down in New Orleans and Baton Rouge and Shreveport, Louisiana, and throughout the southern belt, Memphis, Tennessee, Nashville. We're talking about St. Louis. We need jobs to replenish our community where our young folks can work and have a job. One of the things that we have to look at, melanated people, family must come together, stop the killers and save the baby. If they're being killed in Chicago, Detroit, California, wherever it might be, we need to come together to ease the violence that's going on. This is Friday, the 17th, and as we talk about what's going on throughout the world, about the storms, the floods, and how we have disfranchised ourselves from being together. We're all scrapping for each other when we must come together. And in the medical community, in the health community, come together into our business community. Every segment, and in Black History Month, how many black uh, movie stars gonna get Oscars, how many getting Grammys, and what they doing with the Grammys that they're getting. What are they doing with the money that's filtering into the community? That's one of the things that we need to deal with. Talk about the $1 trillion flow. We are the children of the world, and we must gravitate around everybody, love, peace, freedom, and justice at all costs. No peace, no justice. So we're calling for peace and justice for everybody tonight. As we get ready to go into our radio show, let me give you a little commercial where you know. Every night from 11 to 12 on Friday, it's $1 trillion flow on Block Talk Radio. On Tuesdays, it's crossing over our ancestor on Block Talk Radio from 11 to 12. You can call that number. That number is 515-605-9890. That's the number you call for the Block Talk Radio. And you can leave a comment or say what you want to say. Psalms 10 and Psalm 28, you should be reading. You should get ready for a breakthrough your finance. And I'm praying and asking you to become involved in creating your own business. It's time for you to stop working for other people and begin to work for yourself. Whatever business that you go in, it'll work for you. We're talking about trillions of dollars. We're talking about our government owes trillions of dollars. Russia owes trillions of dollars. Um, and the companies of the world. So we're talking about bringing ourselves together. Now, one of the things we have to look at with our new president is money being spent for security. That way he got to have so much security. And every time Air Force One move, it's going from Washington to Florida, and all the guards and all of that, the money they're spending, that money could go to feed people, to clothe people, to open up some doors. So we know right now we're in a situation where if we don't change that the finance, the economic of America is slowly falling. Jobs need to come back into America, not just talk. We need to know that Ford, General Motors, Chrysler is bringing jobs back for the people, not for Donald Trump, for the people. And all corporations that's outside of America need to stay on the outside. Trump said it, but do he really mean it? So what I'm saying to you, I want you to watch and stay focused and see is things changing for the better. That's what I want to know. Is things changing for the better? Is things open up? As we go into $1 trillion flow tonight, as we get ready to call out and open up doors for money, and I'm talking about you that's spending money, is the money coming back? One of the biggest things in Black America is the funeral home business. And right now, there's so many people being killed all over America. We're in a drug war, crack, cocaine, and other drugs that's going on. And then the white elephant, that's elephant tranquilizer that they make in the laboratory, and blacks are buying into that. And once you get the white elephant, you dead. Brother, sister, you dead. So I'm asking you to begin to create your own business and understand that if it's, we're not talking about civil rights, we're talking about human rights, right for you to be able to own your business, to be able for the banks that stole so much of money, be able to give you a loan to help you find your business because the government paid in the West for the land, paid them to go to college, and then paid them when they got out of school. Now everybody got their reparation. The Indians got their reparation, the Jews got their reparation, the Italians got their reparation. Blacks didn't get no reparation. They promised us 40 acres and a mule. Congress did not give us the money that promised us, black folks. So our ancestors come here from Africa in chains. Uh, they were tied up and they worked from sun up to sundown and they didn't get the money. So every race in America have got up on their feet because the government gave them subsidies, gave them money to start their business, gave them money to make sure they go to school or college where they can come back and run their business. But the black man been here more longer than anybody, and they didn't get that. They gave the Indians land and casinos, but the black man didn't get nothing. And they broke up the black man from his wife and children. So we are healing, we are coming back slowly. So I'm not looking for nobody to give us nothing. Just give us what you owe us, and we'll go ahead on. Talking about the $1 trillion flow. I want you to get ready for 2017 to be a great year of your financial breakthrough for you if you just be involved from the top of the mountain to the valley. Things work. I'm praying for the people in California, storm and floods and mudslides, and in the Midwest region, tornadoes and storms. We're praying that there's no secret that what God can do. So right now, as I speak to you tonight, I want you to read Psalms 118, Psalms 33, and I want you to get ready to mash yourself a blessing. I want you to get ready to name what you want God to do for you. This is the Ark of the Covenant, and as I go to the Ark of the Covenant, if you want the Ark of the Covenant, call me or write me. That's Bishop Turner, Post Office Box 289097, Chicago, Illinois 60628. And we're praying here in Chicago for a breakthrough. I decree a financial blessing for you tonight. I decree that your business will work. You must say, Bishop, I not have the money that I need. I'm going to pray and decree that somebody got some money in the mail coming to them now. Somebody taxes tied up, it's going to be loosened up. And I want to say to you, there's no secret to what God can do. I just want you to get ready. Psalms 37, Psalms 35, Psalms 35. If you read those Psalms, there will be a breakthrough open for you. I see you climbing to the next level. And as you climb to the next level, be able to bring somebody with you. The All-Star Game is in New Orleans, lots of people there. And I want you to be able to travel around the world, but I want you to be able to see how other people take nothing and make something out of it. We have created gifts of sewing, all kind of gifts that we have. We need to put it to work. Yes, your business can work. Yes, you can make it, but you got to try. Yes, every door closed will be opened up for you. I want you to get ready for that blessing to come your way. I want you to get ready tonight for that $1 trillion flow to open up for you. The angel Michael, Raphael, Bobby, and all the archangels and the angels will come to bring forces to you. Right now, I want you to get up and understand your blessing is on its way. Get up and understand that every door closed will be opened up. This is your season to be blessed. This is your season for things to open up for you in your business. Yes, you can start your business. Well, you must say, Bishop, I ain't got enough money. I want you to go to the bank with your program and talk to somebody in the bank and say, I need a loan for my business. If it's a cab business, if something you're trying to start up, I want you to get ready because it's some business from the flow your way. And you have to be ready to receive the money that you need, the $1 trillion flow. With the $1 trillion flow, you can build homes and our buying power. Black folks' buying power in America, I'm going to say it again, is $67 trillion. And if we can work with that $67 trillion together, Dr. King said if we come together and we pool our resources together, we can break the yoke. You see what the people did, the foreigners did. They said they didn't work one day and all the business because that show you they got all the businesses. People come from other countries, set up business next door to you in your neighborhood, and you don't have nothing in your neighborhood. It's time for you down in Mississippi, Arkansas, Louisiana, and in Detroit, Chicago, Las Vegas, to start your business. It's time for you to get up and stop begging people for a job and create some jobs. Henry Ford didn't beg people jobs. He created jobs. And I want to tell you tonight, you can create a job. You can create a job for others. But you got to get up and make your mind up that you're going to create an image of jobs. Stop the Killing, Save the Baby. In Chicago, this used to be the world famous over here the stockyard. In Detroit was the world famous of making cars for all over the world. But they carried their their product across the water. So we asked them to bring the product back. And under Obama administration, Ford and Chrysler got a payout. The banks got a big payout. Now, with your company is working, give back to the community. Chrysler, Ford, General Motors, CNN, ABC, NBC, those that do commercials, they can give back to the community. And that's one of the things that I think the president talking about for them to create the jobs in the neighborhood and the community. If CNN, if ABC, Fox, and all of them create the jobs in the community, and they reporting about the crime, they reporting about the jobless, but have they tried to put some mental programs together to help the people? Right now, throughout America, we got people that are mentally ill. They're sick because the funding for mental ill hospital have been closed. Cook County Jail, big as it is, half of its jail is people that are mentally ill. The young lady that the police shot and killed, the white young lady they killed up at CVS, she was mentally ill. Because she had a butcher knife, that don't mean she was dangerous. That means they didn't take time to to wait. They just killed her. And I want to know, is that their policy to kill citizens or try to save citizens? This is some of the stuff that we're going to be grappling with during the summer. We got to have jobs for our young folks coming out of school and college. And that's one of the most important things that we got to get jobs for our young folks and open up a door for our young folks can have jobs that can work. They need jobs. And the jobs is out there. We have to be able to get the job where they can work the job. But we have to pool the resources together where the young folks can have a job. Because what's happening, the young folks ain't getting the jobs they're supposed to get. So we got to open the door up where they can have the jobs. And right now, young folks don't have the jobs. So I'm asking you to join in with me where we might be able to create a job uh, for our young folks all over America. We need to open up some kind of dialogue to deal with the crime and the jobs that we got going on in our community. So I'm asking you to join in with us as we create the climate that we got to have jobs for our young folks. And we need the jobs start now. We need the job. We need somebody that said, well, Bishop, we're going to work on a program to open up a door for jobs for our people. So we do need some jobs. And I want to say to you, if you work with me, we'll be able to create the door up to open up the jobs that the people need and the jobs that we can get that we can open up right away. for young folks. And I feel that right now it's time to talk about jobs in our community and bring the unity that we need in our community to bring it back, to open up doors for all the people. So if we don't open up the job market for our people, what we gonna do? So it's important for everybody to come involved with jobs in our community. And I think that's the most important thing that for us to do is to open up the job market. And the job market take place now when we start to working and getting our jobs together where people can open up jobs and jobs can work in the community. So we need those jobs working right now. So if you begin to call a neighbor, call a friend, block club partner, say, we want to start a program where we can get jobs and save our community. And once that happens, we can start doing some things that might create the jobs that we need in our community. So I need for you to call somebody and tell them about the jobs which we're facing now. And we're facing people need work and people need to come together for jobs in our community and come together where we might close the doors, open up new doors, and open up new avenues for people to create the jobs that we need. If it's jobs in Dallas, Texas, Houston, North Dakota, South Dakota, uh, we need to begin to work on the jobs that we need in the community. So I'm asking you to join in with me on getting those jobs together so we all can pull together and create the jobs that we need for our people. Now, one of the things I want you to do, talk to your pastor, your community leaders, and one of the things in this Black History Month that we need to get together, we need to talk about bringing our children back together. And what I'm saying, bringing back together, well, we can stop the killing that's going on in our community, and we be able to deal in a level where doors will open up. And that's very important tonight as we talk about the $1 trillion flow. Those that going to college, they need to stay in college. We need to help them to stay in college. And we need to have our philosophy, stop the killing, save the babies, and realize in your neighborhood the drug abuse that's going on in the neighborhood and begin to block by block, house by house, alert somebody about the drug addiction. We got people on crack, they need help. We got people addicted on drugs, mothers selling their children, and people uh, putting their children in harm's way. I'm not looking for the law enforcement to do that much. I'm looking for the citizens to take place and begin to change the landscape of what's going on with drugs and anything else in our community. And we're talking about the $1 trillion flow tonight. And we're talking about the $1 trillion flow money that you need to do what you need to do. And as I come to talk about the $1 trillion flow tonight, I want you to be involved in the $1 trillion flow, where you might understand how serious it is for us to come together as a community on Block Talk Radio, on YouTube, on live stream, to get the news out that we must come together, network together, and begin to create the jobs. We're talking about the $1 trillion flow that's coming on, and In about 13 minutes, we'll be on Blog Talk Radio. And in that show, we're going to talk about the jobs and the crime. Crime is necessarily evil in America. We got to do something to curb the killing of our women and children in Chicago. That's one of the main things that we have to do. That's when I said the $1 trillion flow is very important. But to become in the $1 trillion flow, to know that we can stop and start to open up new doors and new avenues to bring people together. And I think it's important for you to let people know that now is the time for us to try to bring people closer together in the $1 trillion flow. What I mean it's time for you to start your business. It's time for you to get your business and start in the $1 trillion flow business. Relationships don't work between black people. Racism works for people. Mm-hmm. Can't get a job in the hood if you're educated. Racism works. We're talking about. Can't get an education in the hood because it's expensive. Racism works. We're talking about. We can't let racism stop us, and we can't let that will kill you. And 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 one of the things is, like Neely Fuller said, $1 trillion flow from LA to Miami, from Minnesota to Detroit, Chicago to Indiana, Alabama, Mississippi, Georgia, wherever melanated people at, we should be able to raise ourselves up and build our business. Young lady, it's time for you. You're out of school, you're out of college, you got your degree. What you waiting on? It's time for you to stop begging people and begin to network your own people in Atlanta, Georgia, in the $1 trillion flow, down in North Carolina, South Carolina. There's enough money, and we can move because we come from a rich country, Africa, Egypt. We know this is the spirit of Marcus Garvey, Martin Luther King, Malcolm X. This is the spirit for some of us to come into the $1 trillion flow, to understand where we at, what we supposed to be doing, what door should be opened up for us. It should be a new door open up for us. It's been a long time coming. It's been a long time coming, but change got to come to Chicago, to America. We're talking about the invisible America, those that's sleeping under the bridge, those that don't have nowhere to go. This is Brother Sam Cooke in a little tent. And that record telling us that it's time for us to sit down and create our own economic base. It's time for us to understand that we make cars, we buy cars, we can make cars. We buy homes, we can build homes. It's time for us to be bricklayers, operation engineers. It's time for us to be contractors. I'm asking you to get back in the workforce. I'm asking for you tonight to walk into the $1 trillion flow and be able to move to the next level and get the things that you need and open up, that'll open up for you. And the $1 trillion flow at this 11 o'clock hour for you, you, and you. And it's time for you to make your mind up that you want to go and what Sam Cooke is talking about, over racism, you can still make it and still be what you need to be. And every door that closed can be opened up for you. I'm asking for you and you, and doors open up for you, because we need uh, those doors to open up that have been closed for you. And as they be opened up, there will be a new move for you, and new doors open up for you. See, and we have to move to the level where we can help each other. Dr. King said that we shall overcome. And I believe tonight, like Mark Garvey said, you're intelligent. And I want to tell you, hold your head up. You don't have to be addicted to crack cocaine. You don't have to be looking out. Hold your head up, young man. Young woman, hold your head up. Because the price has been paid. Our ancestors that come from Africa. They come from Africa. We come from Africa. We come from nowhere but Africa. And by we come here, and we can make it work. So I'm asking you to hold your head up tonight and get ready for the change. And I want you to be part of that change. I want you to be the message that you bring. Love, peace, freedom, justice at all costs. I'm asking God to open up every door for those that have lost their way. Yes, you lost your way. I want you to find your way back to justice and peace. No matter what other people say about you, God has made you melanated man, melanated woman to be discreet, because you've been on this planet long as anybody. You've been all over the world. I'm talking about African folks. You name it, we've been there before. Lots of these countries started. We was already there. But people told you that you don't have no history, you don't have no background, and you name the stuff that you made and the stuff that you did. So you get ready for the breakthrough. And I'm not talking about lay down, you stand up and know that you're able to do some things. I want you to get ready. Psalm 17, Psalm 60. And I want you to get ready tonight to decree your new business. Uh, yes, you might not have much money. You don't need much money when you already pray to the Almighty, the God of the universe, the God of the water, the God of the wind. And you say, God, bring me into my fullness, to be full. And in the $1 trillion flow, God will just do that for you. And and I want to say this here to those that's locked up in jail, those that have been going through. I'm asking God tonight to open your eyes where you might see and understand the anointing of the Almighty. You can call me or get in contact with me. I want to make sure that your business flow. I was talking to Brother White. He's starting his business in Mississippi. Mother Love starting her business. Mother Bertha starting her new business. Her business is Detroit uh, Soul Burgers. Yazoo City Soul Burger. I'm praying for every family in bereaved tonight. There's no sorrow on earth that heaven cannot heal. I want you to get ready for God to plant that seed into you of economic wealth, for that seed of finance, for you, yes, you. Not only a new car, a new home. I want you to have a new relationship with God. And I want you to understand tonight, going into this Black History Month, whatever you want, God got what you want, God got what you need, and God will give it to you if you let go and let God. I'm praying tonight for your breakthrough. I decree you off of drugs. I decree you off of alcohol. I decree that crack cocaine will come out of your system. And the energy that you smoke that dope, the energy that you will come in and take that same energy that go into $1 trillion flow, and go that way you might can help other people, where doors can open up for you. So it's important for you to understand that it's time for you to get ready to understand the breakthrough that's coming your way. And as the breakthrough comes, that door that you think you lost will open back up for you. You know what I mean? So that door that you're looking for, God will open that door for you, where it might be a blessing for you, where you can be able to bless somebody else. And those things that in this Black History Month, so a lot's been going on. And some people say it's just my imagination. It's not your imagination, but I want you to know that every door been closed will be opened up for you. I want you to claim that tonight, wherever you might be. I'm praying for you, Dr. Kristen. I'm praying for you, Sister Sarah. Pat, I'm praying for you. Ardella, I'm praying for your breakthrough. And I want you to know that doors that have been closed will be opened up. And the storm will pass. And sometimes you got to speak to the storm to make things go away. And I'm asking you to get ready for the breakthrough tonight. As we call the angels east, west, north, and south. As we ask for the breakthrough, the storm of fear, of hate, is going to pass. I'm praying for every call, every letter. I want you to know God is able, and things will work out for you. Just get ready. Get ready for the breakthrough. Be peace. That condition, I'm breaking curses and hexes tonight. I'm bringing you into a new level, breaking every chain and every condition, and get ready for the $1 trillion flow, and let the $1 trillion flow work for you tonight. And I want you to know, black folks can work together, and doors can open up, and we shall overcome. And I'm going to tell you about the $1 trillion flow. East, west, north, and south. The killing must come to a stop here in Chicago. I demand, and you demand with prayer and fasting, you demand the stop of the killing of the babies. You demand the stop of those that trying to have black genocides. Those that will try to kill your spirit and try to stop you from going to the next level. We're praying that tonight for you, you and you. I'm praying for the Native Americans up in South Dakota. The pipeline got a bad deal. But God said high and he looked low. God is still in the business of blessing. God is still in the business of opening doors up. And I'm talking about take back all that's been stolen from you all the years. We want to take back those things that have been taken from us as melanated people. We got to stop being coons and run around and let people take what belongs to us. Our ancestors left us a rich legacy. They come from Africa. They worked and built New York. They built Washington. They built Chicago. Chicago was the stock market of the world. Detroit was the car market of the world. We got to understand Houston was the oil market of the world in Dallas. We got to come back and put ourselves back. And I ain't looking for nobody to put us in business but us. I'm not looking for nobody to put us back but us. We must take back all that been stolen. We must take it back by force in the $1 trillion flow. We must take back all that been stolen from us, centuries and centuries. Put your hands together, put your mind together. And when you put your mind together with each other, and say, I'm taking back all that the devil stole from you, what he stole from your grandmother, what the devil stole. Have you ever thought about the devil have stole your identity? The devil have stole your mind, and the devil stole where you don't want to fight, and everything, devil, that been stolen from you and your family. And sometimes the devil even steal people in death. But God will restore and reward you for all that the devil stole. And I want to say to you tonight, all that the devil stole, you got to claim it. Every business venture, every thought. You say, how did I lose the job? How did I not finish college? I didn't learn to read or write. Or what stopped me from having a business downtown? What stopped me? The devil. Yes, the devil come to kill and destroy. But you have to speak tonight. I'm taking back everything the devil stole. I'm taking it back by force. And when you put your hands together, put your mind together, and I want you to know that in the $1 trillion flow, you can decree that your business grow. I'm praying for you, Sister Freddie, up in Minnesota, and Brother Sam. I want you to know everything the devil stole from you, you got to call it back. And I will tell you, Brother Sam, up in Minnesota, and I want to tell you, Freddie, everything the devil stole from you, if you're in Arkansas, Mississippi, you got to have the spirit of the $1 trillion flow and say everything that the devil stole. You know, some of you so naive. You say the devil, see, some of you are so naive. You will say the devil ain't stole nothing from me. Look where you at and look around you where other people at. You might be doing good, but you ain't doing good as you supposed to do. Because the devil have stole, robbed, and killed and lynched when you came from Africa. Yes, when your ancestor came, they had to struggle. They worked night and day just to put you through school and college. You got a degree, you don't want to work now. You don't want to start other people come, wait tables, other people work in restaurants. You too good to work, and your mother, your great grandma, and great papa, they worked and did all that work. So I want to tell you tonight, get ready for a spiritual and a physical breakthrough in the $1 trillion flow in the name of the Almighty God. And I want you to put in your spirit tonight that I'm taking back everything that the devil stole from me and from my family and my success. I'm going to take it back. Now, tonight we're talking about the killings and the money. Chicago need money for these young folks. Training programs for them to play basketball and for them to practice. It's money. Trump said there's two Chicagos. I want to differ with him. It's three Chicagos. That one Chicago is invisible. Those people sleeping under the bridges. Those people is mentally ill. Then the other one is up on the north side downtown. They're rich, spinning, and there's the south side and west side is like a war zone, shooting and killing every night, drugs every night. That's the other Chicago. But together, we can bring Chicago to one Chicago. We can bring Detroit on the east side, west side, and even downtown Detroit to be one Detroit. So it's very important to understand if the president knows that it's a problem going on in Chicago, he need to deal with it. If he know a problem going on in Detroit or going on in Indiana or Minnesota or going on in Las Vegas, Los Angeles, or New York, and he going to Florida, he need to come to Chicago. He need to come. He need to come to Detroit. He need to come down to Jackson, Mississippi. He need to come down to Baton Rouge, Louisiana. If he's serious about change, the tornado had 7 tornadoes at once in New Orleans. I didn't see Air Force One in New Orleans. What I'm saying, if the Air Force One can go to Florida and play golf, it can come to New Orleans where they had 7 tornadoes. It can come to Flint where the water is nasty and filthy. It can come down to St. Joe, Louisiana, where the tank is rusty and people drinking rusty water. If you're going to be about the people, you need to be about the people. And in the $1 trillion float tonight, every mind, every person, and you know, some of you you're so religious, you're going to hell because you think ain't nobody got religion but you. But I'm telling you tonight, you got to look beyond that and look at the Almighty God, the God that your slave master didn't tell you about, the God that our ancestors brought him from Africa. See, some of you don't want to hear that you come from Africa. You don't want to hear that we were taught to hate each other. We were taught not to put our money with each other. That's why the Seaway Bank failed. That's why we got just a few black banks in America. Our buying power is $67 trillion. And why we don't have banks and car dealerships is because our young folks got their pants down, smoking dope, crack cocaine, and ain't no mega churches or nobody talking about stop the killing, save the babies. We had 3 little babies that get killed this week in Chicago, not in Afghanistan, not in South Africa, right here in Chicago, the richest country in the world. We got young blacks being shot down. Could be your son, your daughter. But we're praying that we can change. And I'm asking you to get into your business and let your business work for you. Yes, it's time for you to start your business. And you need to say, Bishop, I'm taking back what the devil stole. Yes, the devil stole it. Stole it from your grandma, stole it from your mom. And sometimes the devil steal the life of people to put you down. But you got to say, in the name of my mother, my grandmother, I'm going to name this business. You know, I every now and then, Prophet Johnson come to me and sit and talk to me, and sometimes when I be walking, and this week I had a young lady that come to me in the spirit, and that brother was around me. She's a bishop. I see she still got this coat on, and I laughed. I said, "Yes, I got the coat on. That's something that you know." And sometimes when people in the spirit come to you, Bishop Moore came to me and said, Bishop, don't stop talking about the killings. So when you cross over in the spirit world, you're able to talk to the people in the spirit world. And the people in the spirit world, they talking about the $1 trillion flow. They talking about you got money to start your own business. You got money to come away from that job and be rich. Yes, be rich in your mind, rich in your finance, rich in your health. But you got to understand everybody making money off of you but you. So tonight, my theme is take back all the devil stole in the trillion flow. Let me say it again. Take back all the devil stole in the trillion flow. And you're taking it back for you, for your grandmother, you're taking it back for your ancestry. So put your hands together, put your mind together, put your thinking cap on, and say, I'm going to take back everything the devil stole. I'm going to take it back. Don't be a listener, you be a doer. But you know, some of you locked in to a job. God gonna give it back to you, but you locked into a job because, well, I got a degree to be a surgeon. The worst thing happened to Ben Carson, Dr. Carson. Here's a man, 8 years, went to school to be a surgeon. And here he is, gonna be over housing for Donald Trump. That's a stupid move. See, that's the devil. Why would you be a doctor and you gonna go and let somebody tell you, no, I don't want you to be no doctor. You've been to college to be a doctor. You gonna say, I want to be over housing. Dr. Carson should have told Donald Trump, no, if I can't be the Surgeon General over health, I ain't gonna be over no housing. Stop taking anything and take, Coons take anything, you know, Uncle Tom's take anything. But when you're a real man, a real woman, you stand up and say, I'm going to school to be a doctor, I'm going to school to be a lawyer, I'm going to school to be this, and I'm not going to take nothing less. Somebody's going to tell you, you've been to school 8 years to be a heart specialist or to be a brain surgeon. So I want you to sweep the floors. I want you to head of the flow sweeper. And you say, yeah, that's dumb. That's dumb. You know, don't let the devil make a fool out of you. If you go to school to be a lawyer, don't let nobody tell you to be a truck driver. You go to school to be a lawyer. And it just irks me when I'm glad that the man that they asked to take Flynn, he said, I don't want it. Now, this man didn't tell he qualified for it. He said, I don't want it because the whole White House is shaky. Thank God for him speaking up. I hope black folks speak up and say some things. You know, it ain't about somebody giving you a position and you ain't qualified for the position. You don't know the position. What the man gonna do with housing and he been doing surgery? He a doctor. What do you know about a housing voucher? What do you know about people being hungry? What do you know about regular housing? What do you know about we fought and marched to Washington to build the projects? He don't know about that. He was somewhere in school. See what I'm saying? Why would he take that job? So why would it give it to him? You know what was given to him? To make him look small. Stop letting people look down on you. Say, I might not have nothing, but what I got, I got. If you got education, you can go anywhere, and you don't need nobody to carry you there. You can go there by yourself. If you get up and say, I'm gonna do what I need to do, and you ain't got to beg nobody for no position. What he trying to be overhousing anyway? You know, that's what I'm saying. Trump spending billions of dollars riding on Air Force One. Then he was hollering about Obama golfing. He going golfing every weekend. Okay, so now what the difference in him and Obama? That he hollered. Now all the press ain't no good when they talk about what he do. I'm talking about the truth. But the man is still making money. They're still building hotels. And he said he wasn't going to be in there. Just a lie. Lots of lies going on. You know what I'm saying? But I want you to be sharp enough tonight to know it's time for you to get in the $1 trillion flow. And it's time for you to overcome what's going on. And don't let it hold you back. And don't let it stop you from doing what you need to do. See, Dr. Neely Fuller was telling us about racism, white supremacy, and some things that were happening. See, you got to understand, you have to fight the negativity. I'm talking to the black family tonight, the melanated family, been here on the earth longer than anybody and got less. And Dr. King put it together so good. If you ain't got a job, what can you do that you create your own job? The man that took your job away from you, gave it to foreign people, and them people they gave it to, them people come here, they get tax exempt numbers, they get green cards, they get everything. But you can't get nothing but the jail. Oh, I'm talking real tonight. I'm talking about the $1 trillion flow. I'm talking about like Dr. King said. And the government give people money. But when it comes to the black man, they don't give us nothing. They give us hell.
We must also realize that the problems of racial injustice and economic injustice cannot be solved without a radical redistribution of political and economic power. We read one day, we hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their creator with certain inalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. But if a man doesn't have a job or an income, he has neither life nor liberty and the possibility for the pursuit of happiness. He
Mm-hmm.
merely exists. Still needed.
See, Deborah, you didn't get on the show tonight. I'm on the show.
$322,000 for each enemy we kill in Vietnam, while we spend in the so-called war on poverty in America only about $53 for each person classified as poor. The promises of the Great Society
Say that.
have been shot down on the battlefields of Vietnam, making the poor, white and Negro, bear the heaviest burden both at the front and at home. The other thing I want you to understand is this. Anything costs a nation
One penny, nothing. We did it by soul force. We did it by soul force tonight. We need money. We need money in Chicago. We need money in Chicago. And what Dr. King was saying, that the government paid for many programs and gave land away in Chicago, North Dakota, South Dakota, gave it away, where we was working at the toilet and our ancestors didn't get nothing. Yes, we didn't get our 40 acres of mule, we didn't get recreation, but everybody else. And some of you don't want to hear this because you feel that you don't see when you know better, you do better. The government promised us, our ancestors, your great grandma, my great grandma, 40 acres and a mule. And then they said, what we're going to do, we're going to give you reparation. We're going to give you some money to start your business. I know you didn't get it because they didn't give it. But they gave it to the Indians. They gave it to the Jews. They gave it to every race but the black race. Now, that's keeping it real. But I want to, and you know what they gave us? Gave us jail. You got 95% of brothers in jail, and half of them ain't did what they said they did. And some of them is shot down uh, on the streets of Chicago, Detroit, California, shot down. And I was shot up on the north side. They shot the young lady. The lady was mentally ill, and they shot her down. And the young lady was shot down, and she was shot down because she was mentally ill. She needed some help. Still, to help her, they shot her down. That's the kind of sickness that's going on in our country today.
Hello, everybody. This is Brother Calvin, and welcome to the Cedar Abraham Network. With that, on Blog Talk Radio. Our first show that we have is on Sundays at 11 a.m.
Sunday at 11 a.m.
And it's called Sunday Mornings with
Sunday morning with the bishop.
and that comes on 10 o'clock
Thank you, Brother Calvin.
p.m. to 11 o'clock p.m. on Mondays. On Tuesdays, we have Crossing Over with the
I'm
Ancestors.
going to call you,
That comes
Lorraine,
on
when I get off of this
11
show.
p.m.
I seen where you had called me, but I was kind of busy.
On Wednesdays, we have um, Wednesday night Bible study, and that starts at 7 o'clock to 8
Really,
o'clock.
really at 11 o'clock, Calvin.
On Thursdays, we have Metaphysics of the Bible. That starts at
And
11
we
p.m.
changed
to
it
12 p.m.
to All Lives Matter.
On Fridays, we have the $1 Trillion
You in the $1 trillion flow
That
tonight.
starts at 11 p.m.
We in the $1 trillion flow. Oh, right now, tonight, we're doing the $1 trillion flow.
Held by our sister,